Hey guys, today we've got new information about a possible buff for Firefly and her teammates, plus some new details about her upcoming skin. Now, you might be wondering, what do you mean by new buffs? Weren't the characters getting buffs supposed to be Kafka, Silverwolf, Jinglu, and Blade? Well, according to leakers Luna and Galaxy Leaks, aside from Firefly's buff and new teammates, there might also be some unexpected allies. That's right, it looks like Hoyoverse might be trying to bring Firefly back as one of the top DPS characters in the game. Due to power creep and new endgame mechanics, characters like Firefly have been falling behind. So with this new info, what kind of buff do you think she'll get? I doubt they'll drastically change her kit like they're doing with Silverwolf. So maybe it's a boost to her base stats? Or maybe an upgrade to her weakness implantation ability. We'll have to wait and see what kind of buff it turns out to be. There's still no info on what the buff will actually do, or what they mean by new teammates and unexpected allies. Maybe they're talking about someone like Fugue, or the Harmony Trailblazer, or even Ruin Mei? All of them are part of Firefly's team after all. But buffing these characters would also be an indirect buff to other Break characters, like Boothill or Rappa, so it's not very clear what they mean. What really matters is that Firefly is getting a buff, and on top of that, we also have more information about her skin. Leakers say she has a checkered miniskirt and a small handbag. She might end up looking something like this. Just a reminder, this is only fan art. It's just to give you an idea of what her skin could look like. So, what do you think? Do you like how the skin looks? Now that I think about it, could the buff be a strategy to help sell the skin? It wouldn't be surprising, not for a gacha game. Let's also remember that in version 3.4 with the upcoming Fate collaboration, we'll be going back to Penacony, so we might get more info about this buff as we get closer to that version. That's all regarding Firefly's buff and her skin. Now, let's talk about the small bit of information about the possible characters coming after the Fate collaboration. According to the leaker Sakura Haven, in version 3.5 we'll be getting 2 new 5-star characters. The first one will be a Remembrance character, and the other one a Nihility character, and one of them will be Wind Element. Based on previous leaks, the first character should be Saridra. She's a member of the Chrysos heirs and is described as a chess piece biding its time in the prophecy. She would be the Wind Element Remembrance character. The other one is Hysolence, who is also a member of the Chrysos heirs. She was the demigod associated with the core flame of Ocean. And we know she's dead. Could we possibly find a way to resurrect her? Maybe we'll travel back to the past? Or, since we're in a cycle in Amphorius, maybe we'll meet the Hysolence of the new Era Nova? We'll have to wait and see what happens. Hysolence would be a physical element Nihility character focused on DOTs, with a special type of bleed DOT and effects similar to Sin Thirster, a Divergent Universe buff. What Sin Thirster does is, characters' DOTs can cause crit hits. When dealing DOT, crit damage cannot exceed 100%, so I guess she'll work very well with Kafka, who, let's not forget, is also getting a buff. And finally, in version 3.6, we'll have an Ice character. We don't know much about this character yet, but many people believe it could be Dark March, who was briefly teased in one of the Amphorius trailers. So, to summarize, we have a buff for Firefly and her teammates, Firefly Skin, new characters like Saridra, Wind Remembrance, Hysolence, Physical Nihility focused on DOTs, and an Ice character, which could possibly be Dark March. Are you excited about Firefly's buffs or the new characters? Let me know in the comments.